Hey, it's Don, the Auction Professor. Today I wanted to touch base on an important issue for those of you who sell clothing as your main issue and your normal households and stuff like that. This month, right now, July, is going to be the slowest month of the year. For those of you who don't keep projections or this is your first year doing this, don't be shocked and don't be afraid if it actually goes down a little bit this month more, your sales for the summer. This is the bottom of it right here, July. Once July is done, you've got about 5 more weeks of where the sales are going to be pretty dismal for the normal, typical sales items like clothing and games and stuff like that, video games. That stuff just doesn't sell as much this time of year. Starting in the second week of August or the first week, somewhere in that range, at least the last 4 years that I've kept track, 5 years actually, it's actually stayed down until that point in August. So don't be panicked, don't be worried. It's a routine. Most businesses that sell in a brick and mortar establishment, 75%, in even some cases almost up to 90% of their business is done in fourth quarter for Christmas and the holidays. That's just the way it works. So don't be panicked, don't freak out. That's what happens in the summer. You can have some drastic drops, but again, this is the bottom of it right here, July. That's what you need to be looking out for. So don't panic. You know, we don't sell a lot of what most people do. We're actually not actively looking for clothing at all anymore. We don't mess with a lot of the video games. I don't do the garage sales anymore. I just don't need to. Again, I did them for several years just that way, and it works fine. Nothing wrong with garage sales and all the other aspects of it. But we've found other ways, as I've talked about. But again, this is how it works. In summer, you've got the major holidays, 4th of July. All the outside concerts are in summer. If your kids are going to summer school for college or even probably for high school, whatever the case may be, it's in session during July for the most part. I know that's what it is locally here. And those that aren't in college at this time are going to be traveling and doing stuff like that with the family because, again, there's a narrow gap of a few months where people can all be together as a family and do stuff. The kids are out of school, you know, the husband and wife, you know, can take off vacation at the same time or whatever the aspect of it is for you. But again, that's why this month is the slowest month. So take that in mind when you're looking out and doing the work that you're doing. Don't slack off anywhere because it's slow. Don't let that bother you. That's not going to be a huge issue. You just got to be ready for it. But again, that's just how the summer is. So, you know, projections. That's why I use projections, and that's something I would honestly recommend. I do have a how-to on, you know, addressing projections. But if you're tracking this and you've done eBay for a couple of years, you should have all the information you need to know what months you are slow and what months you are busy. And it's pretty much a routine every year. It goes that way. I've kept track fully of everything for the entire time I've been a full-time seller on eBay, which is 5 years. So I've got 5 years of historical data showing when our months were slow, you know, what happened, and I took notes and the whole works, which I always do. So if you're starting off now, I would honestly recommend doing that for yourself as well. So next year you're not caught off guard when, you know, your sales are dropped. You're going to already know it ahead of time and you'll be able to react to it and do something about it prior to it happening. Again, I don't really have a slow summer at all. We're actually still up, and the first week of July and in the last couple days of June, we actually picked up well over what we had been from, you know, months before and all the way across the board. We're way up, and I don't know what the deal was this summer. It's beyond what I was the last 4 years. But again, projections for the most part are going to tell you what's going on with your sales. So you're not going to be freaked out. You're not going to be worried about, you know, sales dropping through the summer. You can adjust it and address it, you know, throughout the year and save money aside, you know, through the fourth quarter when you're making a ton of money. That's what businesses do. That's what teachers do. You know, you get paid throughout the year, or you spread it out. But that's what I got on that. Just want to let everybody know not to panic. You know, it's still going to drop. This is literally, again, the slowest month. But again, Don, the Auction Professor, hopefully you take that in mind. Hopefully you're looking for other ways to bring in income. If you liked the video, please hit the like button below. You can hit the bell icon up top up here, and it's going to tell you when I have new videos. Subscribe and tell a friend.